I'm going to show you how to not only find your current playstyle, but how to perfect it and adapt it to any playstyle you want. Season 3 is finally here and there's a lot to unpack, guys. Ultimately, these changes in the meta will affect how impactful your current playstyle actually is. By the end of this video, you can expect to find your playstyle, but not only that, how you actually stack up against other players. And then I'm going to give you tips in every single category to improve no matter where you fall on the scale. Let's get into it. Okay, this process is super easy and you can do it from season to season to improve, but I broke this section down in 5 main categories. But to start, all you need to do is organize these categories from 1 through 5, 1 being the best, 5 being the worst, and keep in mind that all these skills can be relatively close together. So even though 5 may be your weakest skill on pen and paper, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's something that you're bad at. But once you have a rough idea of your 1 through 5, then you're going to rank these on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being the worst and 10 being the best. Your order might change in your 1 through 5 depending on how you base these in your 1 to 10. And that's okay. If you're finding it hard to make this list, maybe start from your worst skill and work your way to your best. If you get the same number for 2 skills, place your stronger skill higher on the list. But to get an accurate representation, guys, this is important. You have to be honest in your self-review right here. I'm going to be super transparent and show you guys my first chapter review all the way to my 5th chapter review. Also, guys, something you want to consider when you're making this scale to find your playstyle is how you stand up versus the average Fortnite player. Now for this example, because we can argue this, the average Fortnite player is going to be 5s straight down the board. So they do everything decent. They're not exceptionally well at any one thing. They don't have god tier piece control. They don't have, god tier movement or mechanics, but they have a basic understanding of the game. They can make a play and they're decent. They're average. They're 5. So use that as you will. Just to help you kind of get a solid idea of how your list is going to look, I'm going to actually rank myself from my beginning Fortnite career, chapter 1, and then I'm going to do it now for chapter 5 so you can kind of see the differences. So I'll be transparent. Chapter 1, guys, I was a walking refresh, just to put it simply, man. My mechanics were a 3, my game sense was a 5, my strategy was a 4, my mentality was a 5, and my fighting was a 2. I'll be honest, man, my strength was my game sense and my mentality. I had a will to want to get better, even though I was dog. I wanted to improve, I wanted to get better, and that's actually how I developed into Timothy Neutron himself, ranking myself currently as mechanics a 7, game sense strong 8, strategy 8, mentality 8, and fighting 7. Now guys, naturally I got like a snap and turtle play style, so when I fight I'm a bit more passive aggressive. I will get aggressive, don't get it twisted, but I play more through my game sense, my strategy, and my mentality. So I'm a lot more calm. When I played in groups, I was the IGL. So just to kind of give you a sense of my ranking and how you look, you might be better than me, bro. You might be better than me. That's cool, but these are my rankings, so see how you rank. All right, now that you guys know my rank, I'm going to give you tips on how to improve your playstyle in any of these categories. But before I do, I gotta say, if you learned something, if this video has helped you in any way, then I'd appreciate it if you dropped a like, man. If you like the content and want to see more tips, clips, and just Fortnite content, drop a sub, man, because I'm here all season. Brand new season 3 content. Tap in, bro. We're here all season. I'm hitting you guys with bangers. Last thing I'll say, and I'm out your hair, is drop your ranking in the comments and I will give you your own personal play style title if you're into it. I went from walking refresh in season 1 to just call me Timothy Turner in season 5, because that's my name. I'm standing by it. All right, guys, so first things first, if you want to get better mechanics, you need to hit creative. There's a ton of maps that are going to help you with your simple mechanics as far as building, editing, movement, and aim. But if you're more of an advanced player and you want to elevate all your simple mechanics, you need to be practicing the compound mechanics. So that's going to be tunneling, piece control, that's going to be peeking maps. Anything that you're combining mechanics in is going to help you get exponentially better at every single mechanic. I'll drop some codes below to help you improve your mechanics, but the next category isn't as easy to improve, and that's going to be your game sense. One of the best ways you can improve your game sense though is by going on Fortnite GG. This website is going to show you all the chest spawns, all the drop spots, and all the information you need to know about the map. It's going to help you get an advantage in positioning, rotates, knowing how to go front side, and every potential map thing that you need to know. So I'm going to drop that website in the description, but that's one of the best ways that a lot of pros elevate their game sense. So the next point I'm going to touch on, guys, is your strategy. Your strategy is going to be everything that you do to rotate, to manage your resources, to figure out which loadout you're going to use. And I'll be honest, it is sometimes interchangeable with game sense. But the biggest difference is the game sense is everything you know in the game, and strategy is how you use that to your advantage. So your game sense is going to be more positioning and map knowledge. Like I said, you can get that on Fortnite GG, but your strategy is going to be, once you know every single drop, how do you use that to your advantage? That's strategy. Man, I honestly feel like this is the most overlooked skill out of all of these, and I would argue that it's probably the most important. But that skill is simply your mentality. If you have a high level mentality, then you're going to be more disciplined as a player when it comes to getting better, when it comes to understanding why you lost in a fight. Versus if you have a low mentality, guys, you're going to get super tilted very fast. I'm talking first time you die off spawn, you might rage off the game. And if you don't do that, you're definitely just blaming the game and all these other factors as to why you died, and you're not reflecting and learning and actually getting better at the game. And that's actually all capping and starting at your mentality. So if you think you're all these skills 8, 9, 10 and your mentality is a 3, I would argue that none of these skills can get better until you elevate your mentality. So we're going to do a complete 180 and go from the most overlooked category to probably the most glorified and talked about mechanic in Fortnite history. But that's going to be your ability to fight. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't really practice my fighting until I kind of saw the skill gap between myself and the average players, and I was just losing a lot of fights that I felt like I shouldn't have. Then I really started to lock in on a lot of basic things like taking smart peeks, taking smart edits, and that in turn made me become like a lot better fighter. So I say that to say some of your skills may be capping until you elevate some of your other skills. Like I said earlier, your mentality is going to be a huge cap, but even your mechanics, once you get a certain amount of game sense and skill, you want to change your sensitivity so you can always be moving as fast as your game sense. You don't want to be too slow or too fast depending on how you see the game, and your sensitivity is going to help with that. If you want help and a sensitivity guide, I'm going to drop it very soon. I changed my sensitivity this season, so yeah, you can look forward to that if you like this video and you want that. Alright guys, so you should have a good understanding of your playstyle and how to look at it from season to season. I'm also going to end this by saying you can expect me twice on stream. You can expect content all the time on the channel, but I'm also going to be dropping a new series called HASHBROWN, where I'm going to be giving you 7 tips, 7 tricks, 7 pieces of advice on a lot of different types of content, from the meta, from new weapons to POI breakdowns. So anything you want to see, put it in the comments, let me know down below, and I'm going to be trying to get as many HASHBROWN out this season. It's a lot of new content. I'm going to definitely be trying to get it to you, so if there's something you want to see first, let me know below. Until then, catch you next time, twin. Be cool.